The wait is almost finally over, guys. The 2025 Chevy Corvette ZR1 prototype interior has been spotted for the first time, kind courtesy GM Authority, as it edges closer to the showrooms, guys. However, there is a lot to unpack from these two little images. But first, allow me to welcome you to the channel, Autostop, and I promise it will be worthwhile. Now, a glimpse of the interior as we go on. The images from GM Authority pretty much confirms that the Corvette ZR1 will retain the familiar cabin layout, which is expected to be the case across the Corvette lineup until at least the 2026 model year, which a comprehensive refresh or redesign is expected. We'll get back to the spide interior in a jiffy so we can discuss it, but for now, let's delve into what we know so far about this 2025 Chevy Corvette ZR1 that is just over the horizon, and with the anticipated debut scheduled for this summer, which we have been able to confirm from the teaser image that Chevy put. Under the hood, the 2025 Corvette ZR1 will boast a serious power upgrade, guys. I'm sure you are aware, with the introduction of the LT7 engine, which is a forced induction version of the 5.5 liter V8 LT6 that currently powers the C8 ZR1, guys. That engine is rumored to deliver an outstanding 800 plus upwards to 850 horsepower, far more surpassing the 670 horsepower of the ZR6, guys. And this leap in power is complemented by the major aerodynamic upgrades that we have seen. So take a look at the clip behind you. You would see that we are getting a new air duct and air extractor in the hood. And if you go after the coupe models, you get a massive rear wing spoiler, guys. So all these things tell you how much power we expect to have in this current ZR1. The ZR1, as we know, has been the flagship high-performance version of the famous sports car, with the upcoming version of the C8 generation range expected to be the most powerful Corvette ever when it goes on sale in the United States in 2024 late. Right, but then before that, let me draw your attention to something, and that is that the early prototypes that we saw, you can take a look, had a plating XVIN. XVIN simply means that experimental vehicle identification number, which indicated that it was not a production model at the time, but a test vehicle. Fast forward to today, General Motors, which owns Chevrolet, reportedly recently previewed the ZR1, which will be offered in both a coupe and convertible body styles or flavors. So we can pretty much confirm this. Chevy officially announced that the Corvette ZR1 is just around the corner with the very recent teaser that they put around. We can at this point confidently say that the wait is finally over, guys, and with a not so cryptic message in the teaser. Take a look at this teaser here. Right, you do realize Chevy mentioned the unthinkable is coming this summer, thus confirming the much anticipated Corvette's arrival. Now, the teaser also showcased the silhouette of the sports car, but what's even catchier is the sound of the engine. Take a listen. We can't wait to get our hands on this. Right, so at this point we are just around the corner to have it, but let's get back to the teaser images that we had for the interior so we can, break that down. So in this prototype, take a look. The logo is covered by some tape at the 6 o'clock position. Arguably, there may be disappointment arising from the lack of interior updates here. It is expected to impress with significant enhancements in other areas. But then when you look at the image very well, the familiar wall of buttons and the center console design will carrying over with the 2025 model year. Though the ZR1, however, have a badge at the bottom of its steering wheel to designate the ZR1 model. Now, this being our first time of seeing the inside of the cabin of the 2025 Chevy ZR1, and as expected, the look and layout remains unchanged from the current C8 models. I'm sure you are aware of them: the Stingray, the Z06, and then the E-Ray. The interior in this particular C8 ZR1 prototype appears to be finished in jet black colorway, guys. So there you have it. If there are any things that you spot that you think I didn't, you can put in the comment section and we'll gladly like to know. But generally, it carries almost the same layout as the previous C8 generations. Now, the ZR, we all know, has been spied severally testing with a more aggressive aerodynamic package to the Z06, including a different front bonnet and a unique alloy wheels. If you haven't, take a closer look. While it's expected to be the most powerful Corvette when it goes on sale with a new V8 hybrid Halo model. Now, reports suggest that we are getting a new hero variant dubbed the Zora. And Zora is actually named after Zora Akuzdanov, an early Corvette engineer nicknamed the father of the Corvette. And that model will combine the ZR1's V8 with the hybrid electric components from the Corvette E-Ray to give you a much higher performance Corvette after the ZR1, and we are looking forward to that. The automaker at this point hasn't given much details about the ZR1, but the ZR1 has been the most powerful model of the Corvette for the last 3 generations. And for your reference, the C7 Corvette ZR1 was powered by a 6.2 liters supercharged V8 engine that made 755 horsepower and 715 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful production Chevy model at the time. Now, circling back to the ZR1, it marks the 4th generation of the C8 Corvette generation, following the Stingray, the Z06, and the hybrid E-Ray. And so the ZR1 boasts of a more aggressive and aerodynamic body compared to the standard model, and here are a few of the highlights if you haven't noted. Now go back to the test view and you can tell that we've got a very huge front spoiler, we've got a larger air dam, we've got a centrally mounted quad exhaust, and then a large rear wing spoiler. The issue with the rear wing spoiler is that the numbers of the rear wing option isn't clear for the time being, but similar to the previous generation ZR1, the newcomer will certainly feature a high downforce spec as part of the ZTK track performance pack, guys. That's a lot that we have touched on here, but let me wrap this whole thing up because it's actually a big question. The 2019 ZR1 was limited to just 300 examples in total. So we'll have to see how many ZR1s will be produced this time around. If you have any idea, you can help us in the comment section. We'll gladly like to know. Same with the price, which has been a mystery for now. But 2019 saw the ZR1 Coupe and the ZR1 convertible flavors retailing around $120,000 upwards for the very least. So if this is anything to go by, we should expect a jump from 120k upwards, guys. This is what Autostop got for you. Until we meet same time again, have a good day and bye-bye for now.